everyone, this side Sonia here from GrowingCraft, and this is a beautiful rice paper from ITD collection, and I am going to alter a decoupage tin jar. So yes, first I'm using my brush water technique to get the particular design whichever I like from my papers. You can even use your different mediums, but I really like my brush water technique and this is so amazing. I really love these rice papers. They are like so perfect for your decoupage art and your mixed media art, and they look absolutely gorgeous. Now meanwhile we are watching this tutorial, please do make sure that you check out our channel for similar videos, and meanwhile you can also subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon and like this video and get all the updates. Now just in case if you have not started the caption, you can do that. You can write whatever I'm saying and that will be easier for you guys. Now here with my brush water technique, as you can see, I have taken out a lot of pieces. I am going to use some of them in the mid of my decoupage art again, and I am going to use all of this. So what I have is this like very big tin jar, and I just thought of using this as a planter. So whenever I make a planter for my home, I try to make sure that I decorate them, and they should look beautiful, right? So after my 2 coats of gesso, they look so beautiful and amazing. Now here I am using my Mod Podge, Decoupage glue, whatever you want to use, you can use that. And here I'm sticking my rice paper. Now one of the beautiful part of this tin jar is that it had some natural grooves. So can you just see how beautifully my rice paper is sticking to my base, and you can see those grooves. It's actually making my project look way more beautiful and gorgeous. So yeah, I really like this texture, and that's the reason I love using the old tin jars as a decorative piece, as a planter, and they look gorgeous and beautiful. Now with my same paintbrush, I'm just like pressing it really well so that there are no wrinkles and bubbles, and with the grooves you can just imagine how beautiful it has turned out. Now whenever you are doing this work, please do make sure that your gesso work has dried out completely. Now in decoupage art, whenever we do decoupage art, we have to make sure that our napkin, paper, rice paper, whatever we are using, we just don't cut them with the scissors so that it gets a more natural effect, and that's the reason I love using my brush water technique. Now for the decoupage art, I have been asked a lot of times, can we use the regular adhesives? In India we use a lot of Fevicol, can we use that? I would say no. If you're a beginner, just to start with, you can try it out, but please do use your Mod Podge, your decoupage glue. They really help in sticking up your base and your supplies really well, and it gives a beautiful coverage as compared to any other adhesive. Now whatever the extra paper I'm having here right now, I'm just trimming down that with the scissor, and you can even use your filers, they work pretty well. Now just to show you the difference between these two water brush technique and the fussy cut technique, I just thought of like doing a quick fussy cut here, and I love fussy cut. Whenever I'm doing my paper crafting, I love doing my fussy cut technique and I love it. Now here I am going to stick my rice paper, and it was already on my decoupage glue, so I just thought of like quickly adding a lot more adhesive and sticking it on the top of it. Now this layering work is super fun. I absolutely love it, and it looks more beautiful when you have a beautiful texture or this kind of natural pattern at the back. They look really gorgeous. Now these tin jars can also be used as a planter or a decorative piece or a like quick handy gifty box. So just in case if you guys don't know, we are very much there. Yes, the growing craft is very much there on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, everywhere, trust me guys, and do follow us on all the mediums. Now coming back to this video, so like I said, I wanted to create a beautiful planter. I love plants, I love decorating my home, and I even love gifting. So I really thought of like doing a tutorial where I can show you all the different ways of using your papers with the different cutting techniques. Like I told you that I personally prefer the fussy the brush water technique, but in this one I did my cutting work, and at the end you might be able to see that difference. I will try to post a picture at the end just to show the difference between the fussy cut and the water brush technique. So yes, definitely, like without fail, the brush water technique is really important. It really makes your work much more easier, and it gives a very natural look. Now, one of the very important steps whenever you are using a decoupage glue is that you don't have to use different brushes to stick it. Just any regular flat brush works pretty well. So whenever I stick my napkin or my rice paper or my decoupage paper, I do make sure that I use the same brush to press it really well so that it sticks very well to my base. And whenever it's done, I uh, trim out the extra papers with the help of a sandpaper or your filer. Any of these things will do. Now, as it's a very neat and clean surface, so my scissors were like perfectly for using. So this is looking so gorgeous, and now it's time to do some color blending. So as my rice paper, like I have not done any mediums on that, so whatever the colors I'm going to use on the base, they are going to be absorbed by the rice paper. So that's the whole idea of doing the color blending with the on the rice paper directly, so that it gives a very natural effect. Now here in this one I'm using all the chalk paints. Please use your chalk paints for your color blending, and you can see how beautifully it blends with your surface. So here you can see I'm using the shades like purple, blue, brown, and which is like very similar to whatever the decoupage paper, the rice paper what we have used here. It's one of the easiest way to pick up the colors. Whenever you're doing the color blending, either pick up the colors which are very similar to your base or of the similar family. Like for example, if it's like this had the very dark wine colors, so you can pick up the purple, browns, blues. These shades will go really well on your background. You guys can even go with a contrast one, like even thought of having just the white base, that would have also looked really beautiful. I'm going to do a tutorial very soon with just the white base. I'm planning for a series of white base decoupage art home decor supplies and decorative pieces, so I'm sure you guys are going to love this. So this is my idea of color blending. Now whenever I do color blending, I also try to add a lot of drama to my projects. Like here in this one, I really wanted to have some nice flary lines, so here I'm using my black color gesso. Now whenever we come to the color blending in the decoupage art, I prefer using my black color gesso or my chalk paints because they work out pretty well. If you want, you can add some water to it, dilute it, and then use it. Now you have to make sure that you should not do this particular step on your rice papers or your decoupage napkin, because they are going to absorb it. But with the decoupage papers, they are like pretty simple to use. So just adding a little more drama to my project, adding a little bit of flares to my project, and this is going to look so gorgeous. Do check out all the pictures at the end. I'm sure you guys are going to love this, and if you are going to try this out at home, do let me know in the comment section if you how it turned out to be, and I would love to see that. Now meanwhile, also I would like to tell you that please do check out our website growingcraft.com for all these craft supplies. Now here, coming back to my massive stamping, I cannot go without massive stamping, and I cannot go wrong with my massive stamping. So quickly I'm here using my permanent ink pads, doing a lot of stamping here and creating a beautiful background, and trust me, this looks super gorgeous. So yes, I am almost done with this, and I just thought of adding a little more shading work. So I've used the same ink pad and I'm just rubbing it on in the edges just to give it a little distressed look. And this is one of the best ways of adding drama to your project. Now here I quickly wanted to add some sentiment, and instead of using my sentiment sheet, I thought of using this transfer sheet. So this was actually with a floral, and I did not wanted that because I already have such beautiful designs on my rice paper. So quickly adding my transfer sheet. Now this is really simple. Just peel off the upper plastic and then stick it on your base. Add a lot of water to it. Just make sure that you don't overdo it. So how to know that you have done with your transfer sheet? You can literally see the 50% visibility of your design, and that's when you realize and you know that yes, your transfer sheet is ready to be removed. Now with this one, I know a lot of you have been telling me that it's really difficult, so you guys can even check out my video for some tutorials, the detailed one. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, sealing this up with the varnish. And meanwhile, please, you guys can subscribe to my channel and like this video and hit the bell icon so that you guys do not miss out any of our updates, and leave your lovely feedbacks in the comment section. I will be more than happy to know. So with this, thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, and do let me know if you tried this out. Do let me know your feedbacks in the comment section. Till then, take care and enjoy.